Listen, I get real quiet every time y'all start having them conversations about who gonna pay for what and your man gotta do all of the legwork. Because, baby, listen, around here, I'ma pay half the rent and I ain't gonna complain about it. I might even pay a little bit more depending on what your pocket's looking like for the month because in this economy, I know. I get it. I know. I'm going to take my man on dates. I'm going to pay for a haircut. Babe, I'm about to get a pedicure. I'm going to treat you the one this month because I know you had a long month just like I did. Or shoot, happy Father's Day, happy birthday, whatever. Like, I'm paying for stuff. So, kudos to the girls that got it all taken care of for them. Kudos to the girls that's just like, my man does it all. I don't lift a finger. I lift fingers. I work. With or without a man, I'm gonna work. And I'm gonna take care of my man the same way I want him to take care of me. I don't see nothing wrong with paying a little bill here and there. I don't see nothing wrong with our rent, $1,400, you pay $700, I pay $700. And I mean, quite frankly, with me and my man, like, we done did the whole 60-40. He done did 60-70, I did 40 or 30. Like, it's just whatever works is what's gonna work. And then the biggest part of it is whatever works for you is what works for you. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to mind my business when y'all talk about who gonna pay for what and what y'all not gonna do, because I'm gonna keep doing it.
It's quite telling anytime a woman goes viral for just having basic common sense. But here we are today. A couple of things I liked about this video. First of all, she's being completely realistic. A lot of times what we see on TikTok, Instagram, these celebrity relationships are incredibly rare. We live in the era of a 2-income household. I mean, right now, around 70%, depending upon the report, some say more, some say less, but at least around 70% of mothers with kids under the age of 18 are working. So again, we live in the era of dual income households where the men and the women both work. This is just the result of an economy where inflation is super high. The cost of wages have not caught up with inflation. This is just a reality. And so her just being completely realistic about what's going on across the board, across race, I'm like, yeah, thank you for living in reality. Secondly, y'all, this is also feminism. I mean, if we really want to take feminism to its conclusion, wouldn't that also include equality, shared responsibilities, aka shared bills, shared work, shared dates, shared romantic initiatives? Like, if we want feminism to reach this conclusion, I think this is exactly what it looks like. So again, she's being completely practical when it comes to that. And then third, I mean, let's just real briefly take a look at income. What's actually going on today, right? So if we look at data, this was pulled from the U.S. Census Bureau 2022. Currently, it looks like the median household income of Black people is around $51,000 compared to white America, which is around $81,000. So that's a pretty significant difference, almost $30,000 is pretty significant, but still, even at best, $80,000, like you're not living the Instagram IG model life off of $80,000. At best, depending upon the community, you're living a middle class, maybe even upper middle class, depending upon the situation, but that's not a lavish life. That is a very modest, moderate life, right? Then you go down to the married couples, and obviously the income goes up. So for Black married couples, the income increases to almost $95,000, and then for white America, it's $114K. So again, we notice how the income goes up for married couples. Obviously, it could just be because both people are working. Also, there's a correlation sometimes between men making more money and whether or not they have a family. There's different science behind this, different theories, but nevertheless, it is not uncommon to see men who actually have families make more money. Is it because they feel the responsibility of a child? Is it because they feel the responsibility of a family? Is it because corporate America tends to favor men who are married? Maybe, or maybe all the above, but nevertheless, there is a correlation. Now we move down to single mother family, around $41,000, you guys, 42 if you want to be generous. Nobody is living the boss babe life off of $42,000. This is why all of these dating standards and all of this, I'm not going to settle on Cheesecake Factory, we're so strong, independent, all this stuff is really a fantasy. Because nobody is living large today off of $41,000. Unless you're living in Honduras or something, or like Thailand, where your dollar stretches exponentially, you're not living large off of $42,000. You're just not. So this is the reality. And now if you look at single mothers in the white community, okay, it goes up a little bit, but not a ton. $53,000, again, when you take into consideration a kid or multiple kids, is the baby daddy paying? Is he not? This is not a lot of money. So then single fathers, it goes up a bit, but again, not significantly. So just based upon what we actually see people are making. And then if we look down at individual income, right? Just a quick recap. Men working full-time, $50,000 in Black America. White men working full-time, $69,000, almost $70,000. So again, almost $20,000 more, yes, but it still isn't giving you that TikTok celebrity Instagram life. It's not happening. And then we look to women, $44,000, and then white women, $55,000. So yes, there is still a significant pay gap between different races. Now there's different theories of this. There's obviously different reasons, and that's a whole separate conversation. But my larger point is this. Yes, other cultures are generally making more. This is absolutely true. But by and large, nobody out there is living the celebrity life like that. Like nobody is living that TikTok trophy wife life in general. Like those are a very small, minute group of people, but that's not most individuals. And also, your best likelihood of actually living a life close to that is if you get married, right? There's just really no way around it. There's dual income. There's also resources. This system, by and large, is still set up to prioritize and to help married couples. And so, anyone who even wants to try to live that life is going to be better off marrying and trying to build with their husband. It's just, there's really no way around it. That's actually how people did it for decades anyways. Older generations, people got married young, and then by the time they were older, they were usually able to enjoy some form of success because they spent years building, saving, going from there. It's just in this generation where people think they're just supposed to just get this ready-made man, and I'm saying that ready-made man is incredibly rare. The numbers are showing you this. So anyways, like I said, this woman is just speaking common sense. Now, this is no shade to somebody who does happen to land a rich guy who's sitting on a trust fund or an athlete or whatever. If that's you, great. Or if you're able to, get a really good job out of college, no shade. Again, I'm just speaking in generalities, and I'm speaking in what is realistically going on. So this is why I think of course it's fine to have your preferences. Of course it's fine to have your ideals, but it's also good to live in reality. And the reality is most people in America just aren't living that life. And that's okay. You can still have a really beautiful life that is moderate, or that is within your class, and that is within your means. That's what most people are doing. And like I said, if you do want a beautiful trophy girl wife, your best bet is getting a marriage, working together with a man, and building that over some years. But anyways, what do y'all think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Leave your questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.